This is my truth, which may or may not agree with yours. And it's that real heart-centered forgiveness is needed to raise your consciousness. For a lot of folks, forgiveness is a tough nut to crack. We carry within us the heaviness of anger, guilt, denial, shame, and any number of low-frequency, fear-related egoic emotions, which arise time after time, even when we believe we've already moved on. Why do difficult life issues continue returning to our thoughts when we feel we've already done the work required to release them? When we've already reflected, decided to move on and forgive and accept what was? Frequency. When past issues randomly pop into your head, how do you feel? Frustrated, angry, anxious, hurt? These are low frequency fear based emotions that lower our vibration the more we think about the issue. And think is the key word. Because when we operate in lower frequencies, our thoughts rule our heart instead of our heart guiding our thoughts. We look to placate the ego with an intellectual process, not to transcend it with our heart. True forgiveness comes from the heart, not the mind. The heart space exists above all else and can't be entered from lower frequencies. When you forgive from your heart, you operate outside the ego and can begin to release what's holding you back. It may take many high frequency reflective journeys to release it all, but when it happens, you'll feel it in your heart, not your mind. Just rinse and repeat. So we shouldn't wait until past issues randomly pop up into our head and try to find forgiveness. We must take responsibility for our path and make the effort to raise our vibe, enter the heart space, and reflect on these issues from a higher perspective. That higher perspective is everything. Like the we are all souls that came into this world with a purpose and role to play perspective, or the not all souls come into this world to play positive roles, and we should be grateful they volunteered to play those parts perspective. Or perhaps the nothing happens without purpose, and experience equals soul progression perspective. So the first step is to raise your vibe, whatever works for you. Get out in nature, listen to feel good music, talk to someone who always seems to brighten your day, whatever works best for you. Then center yourself in the present moment, select the issue needing reflection, and spend some time thinking about it from a higher perspective of that heart space. Silence the ego, if only for a bit, and begin to forgive from the heart, not the mind. Lastly, the hardest person to forgive is often yourself, and unless we operate from the heart, that flavor of forgiveness will always remain an exercise of temporarily placating the ego. Remember that the higher perspective of souls having roles to play and nothing happening without purpose applies to you as well. Whether or not the ego of the people we've wronged can be transcended and forgiveness received, the souls of those people love you unconditionally, and like your soul, are grateful for each and every lesson learned. Good journey. Peace.